I've seen enough.
One thing you do know about Lamar, you're going to get everything he's got, and that's really all you can ask for. He's going to give you whatever he has, and it turned out that he had a lot tonight, and that was good to see. I don't think you could predict that. He came out to practice. He looked good in practice. He was strong and healthy, and I'm just impressed with the fact that he was on top of the game plan so well. He'd been studying, obviously, the whole time he's away, and he played a great football game.
So the Ravens moved to 7-5. They still stay at that 9 seed, though, because everybody else in this loaded AFC wildcard hunt won as well this week. So they just got to keep it going at this point, but a huge win for them tonight. So after watching what you saw, their performance that they put on, yes, the Cowboys defense did not look great at all. But do you think at this point, Steve, that the Ravens are back on track?
I do believe the Ravens are back on track, and I am so confident that I am putting up a gift basket up against my coworker Joe Thomas just to show that this wasn't a fluke, that one AA or Division II team they just played, known as the Cowboys, that Michael Irvin loves so much, that they're getting ready for playing a big college game against the Brownies and Joe Thomas. How about that? I'm talking about a big holiday basket, Joe, not a cheap one. I'm talking about a good, not no fruit. Don't give me no fruit. I want some Danishes.
Wow,
coffee.
I didn't know you would be so triggered by a fruit basket.
I want all the good stuff. I want the rich people stuff. Don't give me the fruits and the grapefruits and the pomegranate. I want none of that.
Wow, Joe.
I want the good stuff.
So I will bet that the Browns will not give up 300 yards rushing like the Cowboys did. I'll take that bet all day long. And when I win, I want to be a gift of the Jelly of the Month
baskets.
Club. Because that's what I've always been looking for around the Christmas. I'm looking to win a gift basket of Jelly of the Month Club. But this was a knock the rust off preseason type game for the Ravens. They did what they're really good at, which is rushing the football. They had almost 300 yards rushing. But I don't really agree with John Harbaugh that Lamar Jackson played great. He had about 100 yards passing and 12
He played
completions.
outstanding.
So he also missed a lot of easy passes that we saw. Some of those bad habits that he's had that Troy talked about during the broadcast with dropping his elbow and letting the ball sail, those things showed up. But what he did do, and they can feel good about, is knocking a little bit of rust off and giving them a little bit of a head start on playing the Browns next Monday night and feeling a little bit better about at least being together and getting a little bit more practice time between now and then.
Yeah, and to talk about all the Ravens back, that means we're talking about, are they back to being tantamount to what they were last year when Lamar was the MVP and then they went 14-2. No, they are not that football team. Let's stop playing around now. They only threw for 107 yards tonight, and as you say, he missed some throws. The Cleveland Browns will not be this easy as the Dallas Cowboys. You saw what the Browns did last week. They got a great running game with the 1-2 punch that they have. And Baker Mayfield played his best football game. So I'm not saying that they are back until they get somewhere near what I saw last year.
So much at stake in this game coming up with the Ravens and the Browns, including a bougie basket. Steve, I'm sorry. I'm told that we don't have time. So we got to get to the headlines here.
Mike scared.
Lamar Jackson joins us now. What a Tuesday night football game for you, my friend. 3 touchdowns out there, 2 passing, 1 rushing, almost 100 yards on the ground there. How did it feel to be back? You had to watch the last game on TV. It looked like you had a pretty good time out there.
Yeah, it was great to be back with my guys, from coming off the losses, and our guys just build up, we trying to make the playoffs, and it started here, so we just got to keep it going. But it was an all-around team effort. I feel all phases played well tonight.
Hey, Lamar, Steve Smith, Sr. here, man. Congratulations on the win. You obviously were out because of COVID, testing positive. Now, with only a few weeks left in the hunt for the playoffs, what do you guys, the Baltimore Ravens, need to do to solidify that spot heading into the playoffs?
We'll do a little bit what we did tonight without the little turnover. And, finishing in the red zone, I feel we'll be pretty good. Like I said before, all phases played well tonight. We just got to keep doing that.
Lamar, what's up, man? It's Michael Irvin here. Lamar, right before the game, you guys got some news that Dez Bryant had tested positive for COVID. What were your thoughts and emotions towards before Dez Bryant when you got that news?
We just got to win it for him. You know, I think it was yesterday after practice, after walkthrough, he told us we need to go out there and win for him. You know, we expected him to play, though. And when we found that out, it was
Dez?
You know, before the kickoff. So, you know, obviously, if it is the case, you know, you feel bad that he has the virus. I can't tell you, you know who talked to who or so forth. I'm just going off of what I was told.
Dez was obviously really pumped up to finally play the Cowboys, his first ever game against them after 8 seasons with the team. And we talked about it a ton during our pregame show. We were excited about it, and we were really disappointed when we heard the news. I can't even imagine, Irv, what Dez felt.
Yeah, you know, obviously Dez was hurt and as you said, disappointed. You know, he went through a range of emotions, vacillating from maybe I just can't take it, I'm walking away, and maybe I will stay and play, you know. And you hear it all the time, don't make any decisions when you're emotional. But Dez was born and bred Dallas Cowboys. And when they released Dez did not want to go. He had plenty of teams. He had Baltimore. He had teams calling. Teams called me looking for Dez. But Dez did not want to go because I guess he hoped and prayed that somehow he would reconnect with the Cowboys. And he never got that opportunity. So the best thing to do, since you never get a chance to reconnect, is to play against them. And tonight, that opportunity got snatched from him. So, you know, I feel horrible for Dez. I feel horrible for him, and I'm praying for him. And he's emotional. I just hope he gets through this okay.
Well, we heard from Lamar Jackson after the game talking about how sad he was that Dez wasn't going to be able to go out there and how the team was all excited to try to get Dez into the end zone against his former team. Because the Ravens have really taken to Dez, and he seems to be a great teammate out there. But you wish he had an opportunity to play, because it's not a hate thing for Dez wanting to get out there and kind of stick it to the Cowboys. It's kind of like that ex-girlfriend that maybe you're still friends with and you're cool with, but you'd love to be able to bump into her maybe when you're out for dinner with your new girlfriend and just prove to her that, you know, you're doing just fine and your new girlfriend's just a little bit cuter and everything is going great. Like, that's what the relationship is, I feel like, with Dez and the Cowboys, and it's just too bad he wasn't able to prove that his new girlfriend, the Baltimore Ravens, is not cuter than what's going on down in Dallas with Irv.
I wonder what happens if the new boyfriend is cuter than you, Joe. What happens if the new boyfriend is cuter than you?
I'm the one that feels sad.
Hey, let's get back to football.
Oh, gosh, why do I have to follow?
You're up, buddy.
I mean, more than oh man, I mean more than anything is I get the disappointment. However, it's not. I don't think it's anything Dez did wrong, but when you go down his tweets and just all of that, I mean, just take a deep breath and understand that this is temporary, right? I mean, I don't know what to say. It's like I feel bad, but at the same time, it's one of those things. It isn't something he's done, you know, to put himself in this situation. So it's just one of those things where, I mean, just take a moment. You know, I mean, you got 10, 12 days, so just take a moment and, you know, hopefully you get the opportunity to play multiple teams, not just that one team.
He was so close to running into his ex, and it just was not meant to be. Same thing in 2018 when he signed with the Saints, and then he tore his Achilles right before he had a chance to